So, if a person understands the value of the body, there is a mitzvah in the Torah, ונשמרתם מאוד לנפשותיכם. Not taking care of a body, it's a sin from the Torah. Worse than eating pork. Worse than eating pork. Every day you eat like a pig is worse than eating pork. Why? Because you eat 3 times more than you're allowed to eat. And every day you don't take a shower and you smell and you have pimples and you have greasy hair and all kinds of things. It's worse than eating pork because it's Chilul Hashem. Chilul Hashem. The problem with a lot of people is that they don't understand this. They think, I'm religious, I'm all day learning Gemara. Who has time for shower? Who has time for this? Who has time for doctors? Who has time to check his health? Who has time for annual checkout? I don't have time for it. I'm busy with Torah. No. That's why the Rambam says a person must do some sports every week. Sport. If you don't have time to go to the gym to practice, kosher gym only, walk. Don't drive everywhere with a car. Walk to the supermarket 10 blocks. Back and forth, that will be your daily exercise. Don't take the elevator all the time. Walk up and down the stairs a few times a day. Walk to the train. Park the car 2 blocks and walk. The body needs activity. So therefore, the Ramchal explained over here. Even though the body compared to the soul, obviously there's nothing to compare. But because the soul is worthless without the body, and the soul cannot come to the world and function in this world and pass the test without the body is just as important as the soul. If you neglect the body, you're actually damaging your soul. I hope I made it clear. The Ramchal continue. Hashem gave us a tool. What's the tool? Talmud Torah. Learning Torah. That's the antibiotic to get rid of all the infections that we have in our system. Spiritual infection. There is physical infection, for that you need real antibiotic or garlic or whatever fights infections. But there is a spiritual infection. Spiritual infection means lack of faith, weakness, depression, sadness, no peace of mind, jealousy, agony, so many sicknesses. How do you get rid of it? Only with learning Torah. Only with learning Torah. You can go to a psychiatrist and he may give you some medication. For the time being, it looks like it controls the problem, but it never fixes the root of the problem. No psychiatrist ever solves one mental issue by a person. He can only give the right medication that this person won't kill someone or won't do what we see tonight in front of us. That's only when taking the right medication. But that's not going to fix the problem. Psychology, on the other hand, can fix some of the problems. Why? Because it's speaking to the subconscious, and that's what the Torah does. When the Torah strengthens your faith in Hashem, it's like better than 1,000 psychologists. Most of the psychologists in the world are very wicked. Liberal, lefty, anti-God, pro-gay, pro-everything God hates. Usually the advice they give you will be the wrong advice. If they are righteous psychologists, like Rabbi Shlomo Hoffman Zatzal, then they will only give you the right psychological advice that comply with the Torah, not just an advice. Things that does not contradict the Torah. For instance, if you go to a wicked psychologist, he may give you a therapy that is actually a sin from the Torah. He will tell you to go to all kinds of places that the Torah forbid. Will tell you to have relationship with people that the Torah forbid. Will tell you to do things that makes Hashem very angry and make more darkness in your soul. I'll give you one example. Some therapists, when you come to them and say, I'm suffering from anger. I'm very angry. I'm a wolf. Nobody can say a word next to me. I'm beginning to scream, to curse, to punch. I can't control my anger. Okay, I understand. Let's do this. I'm giving you a referral. Please join this sadhana. Sadhana, it's like a... Anger management. But anger management They put a sack, boxing, and you go there every day before you go to work. For 20 minutes, you scream, you curse, you punch that sack, you kick until you out of breath. You release all your anger. Now I'm okay. I got rid of all my anger for today. I can go to the office. No one will get me angry. I already let the anger go. Until tomorrow morning. What is it? A way to trick the system. I let the anger go, punching the sack instead of punching my boss. But that's a very big mistake. Because the creator of the world, who created psychology, is the master of psychology. He said that something negative that you do brings you more negative from this kind. אחרי הפעולות נמשכים הלבבות. The more you practice something, the more you desire it. You get used to it. You can't live without it. So when in the beginning you scream for 20 minutes in the morning, maybe it will be good for the first week or two and you feel a relief. But after that, you're going to need 40 minutes, and then 2 hours, and then 6 hours, and then no one will be able to talk next to you before you're giving him a punch or kill him. Why? Because it became a way of life. Same thing with the women, same thing with food, same thing with everything. Whatever you begin to do, force yourself to do, you do it, you do it, you do it, you become it. That's what you become. הרגל נהפך לטבע, Chazal say. Habits become nature. There are two kinds of natures in a human being. One that he came to the world with, from birth. You see a child, one is angry and the other one is calm. One is generous, the other one is stingy. Twins. One is loving and he likes attention, the other one is shy. Doesn't want any antisocial. They already came to the world with a specific nature. However, when you push them into habits, let's say you begin to give them Coca-Cola or chocolate every day. What happened? It becomes the way of their life. They can go one day without it. What happened if you take a teenager in college and give him grass? You don't have to be a genius to know that give it a month, in 1 month he's going to need it every 2 hours. Right now it's once a week. Next week it will be twice a week. The following weeks it will be twice a day. And then I know teenagers with yarmulke on their head that every hour need to smoke. They can't go 2 hours without it. What is it? Habit. Habit become your nature. And to change your nature, it's impossible without the Torah. The only way to change your nature is the Torah. Who said it? The creator of nature. The creator of people. The creator of the world. The creator of life. Who should we listen? To some gay psychologist from Harvard that learned his nonsense from Sigmund Freud, another genius? Or from the master of real psychology? Or from the greatest psychologist ever lived, is Chazal, holy people. You read in the Talmud about the psychology. How they define women, how they know the psychology of the women, how they know the psychology of children, how they know about everything, even about the animals. There's not one thing they didn't know.